Hey there DIYers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to correct some of the problems I had with my weed eater. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So as you guys saw on my previous video, I had broke two different things on my weed eater. One being the handle. It's just some pretty cheap aluminum. So that broke, and that actually broke while I was trying to start it with the harness attached to the weed eater. And I was there pulling, I was doing an odd positioning, unnecessary strain onto the handle, but anyway, it snapped. So I have to replace that, which I bought. Got this. I'll provide a link on where I got this. It's an ergonomic trimmer grip. It's actually not necessarily meant to be used the way I'm going to use it, but it is definitely going to serve my purpose, and we'll get more into that. And the other thing was, when I was trying to start the weed eater again, wearing the harness, I broke these little tri-glides, little plastic tri-glides. And so then I ended up having to, I tied a knot in it just so that it would still serve its purpose of supporting me, but that's jacked up, so we're gonna fix that. So actually I bought some metal ones to replace the plastic ones, so the metal ones aren't gonna break on me. Anyway, the big thing is I was trying to start it wearing the harness, take that shortcut, when I just needed to go ahead and just use the quick release and start it and then reattach that. It's just sometimes I get impatient, hasty, and I just want to do the quick thing. It's not always the right thing. So anyway, first things first, let's go ahead and look at this ergonomic trimmer grip. And of course I didn't bring my knife down with me. So let's get this opened up here. This, oh wow, look at that. It came with a pair of gloves that I'm not going to use, and it's got a single sling. So you look at some of these weed eaters come with these, what are like handlebars, or you call them bull bars, where you got both grips. And then you got the other type of weed eater that just has a single handle. And so you're sitting there weed eating like this, and after a while, if you're weed eating much, it can get tiring on your arms. So of course, that's why they provide, you know, a sling that you can put on here, have it around, and so it takes some of the weight off, and you're more of just guiding it with your hands as opposed to using your hands and arms to also hold the whole weight of the weed eater. But if you're doing much work at all, that can even get tiring, especially, you know, across just your shoulders. So the bull bars, or the handlebars method, actually gives you a lot more control, and once I get this repaired, you'll see. And so with it comes a fully supported over the both shoulders strap, and then it's pivoting off of just your hip, and you're just using the handles to guide it. And it gives you the ability to do a lot more coverage without getting exhausted or fatigued. So we'll go ahead and cover that. But for now, we'll go ahead and get this attached and see how this operates. So this is a fully adjustable. It's got, so it'll pivot. So depending on, and this is actually made so that it's made for more of the regular type of weed eater that doesn't have the bullhorn style handles. As you can see, it's just so that it gives you more of a adjustable grip as opposed to just this. So you would in essence replace this handle with this, so that you're more of having something like this to give you the control. But we're not going to use it like that. We're going to actually rotate it and have it like this, so that it is going to replace the portion that I broke here. So this is replacing this. So I'm going to attach it over here onto this. So I'm leaving this portion of the weed eater because this still functions and I don't plan on breaking that part. If this breaks, we'll have to figure that out later, but that portion is good. So what we're literally doing now at this point is we are going to affix this onto the shaft and then get this out here so that we're making use of this. So let's go ahead and get that figured out. Okay, so we got that on there. Next we want to get this bar on here, and we'll want this bar to be facing up. So match these holes up here like that. Okay, so now that's on there nice and snug. Now I just need to figure out where to position this. So the way this works, so this will be fully adjustable, so I can pretty much put that where I want it. It's more so of putting this where it needs to go. So looking at where this one was before it snapped off was right there. So I think about right there. So it looks like if you look at it, just pretty much make sure that this is pretty much at the same angle as this is, and that should be good there for that. So yep, nice and tight. All right, so that's pretty much all there. And again, this bar was, it's like about there. So the fact that that is just straight out, I think that's good. So what we can do is pretty much, so we want to tighten this up here a little bit and lock it in. Let's go more, turn around, clamp that down. All right, so now the bar is in place, so that's good. So now we'll be able to test that once we get the harness fixed. So this is junk. I'll throw that over there in my metal scrap to give away. Okay, so one of the problems I have is that, so this plastic bracket, or this plastic connector, whatever you want to call this thing, it broke off of this one, and so I now have metal ones to replace it with, but it's like, okay, can't put that in there without doing something. So I either have to do one of two things, and really I'm looking at which one is going to be the fastest result, and I could do either one. So one thing I could do is I could unstitch this. I could cut the stitching on this and get it so that it's opened up, so that then I could loop this on and then I could restitch this up. Which, if I was to restitch this, I would probably use not a sewing machine like they use, but I would use needle and thread. But I would probably use like fishing line, you know, nice thick nylon. But I don't think I have the needle for that, and I'd have to do a bunch of searching and stuff. So I'm going the more manly route, if you will. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a slot here, and then I'm just going to slide it on. So I'm going to cut the slot with this little jigsaw, and then I'm going to slide it on, and then I'm going to, I can either weld it, I'm just going to solder it since it doesn't necessarily have to be like super strong. At least I hope it doesn't. I think this, even once I cut it, it'll have enough strength to hold. Anyway, I'm going to solder that back together. I'm going to solder that joint back together so it'll be closed, so it won't come back out the loop. So I've got my trusty soldering iron for that. So let's go ahead and get this cut, slide it on there, and then we'll be cooking. Now I've got my slot. Okay, got that on there. I just need to solder that back up and I'm good to go. Having problems with my little soldering iron, so I'm just going to use some flame here. So it's on there. It's not going to come off. It's keeping it from, that's a little hot still. Anyway, so there we go. Now we've got that on there. We're good. So now we'll go ahead and continue on downstairs and finish putting the strap together. Alright, so yeah, I got that one on there. This one we'll bring around, fix on there like so. Bring it up through. Just like so. So in essence we have harness on here like that. I think this needs to be a little tighter on this side. It's on there like that. And so this is a quick release, and it's in case you need to get away from the weed eater quickly or just disconnect it real fast. It's got this quick release. And you're like, what's that all about? So I'll show you. So this is snapped onto this swivel, and so what you do is, hold this proper. So you take this portion of it and you put that through that eye there, and then you take this little tab and you slide it through that hole, and then that, in essence, you see it's on there and it's secure. It's not going anywhere. And then if you want to release from the thing rather than having to mess with any type of connector, adapter, buckle, snap, whatever, you can literally just pull up on that red tab, and that pulls this out, making it so that just pops right out. So it makes it super quick way of getting detached from your weed eater. And I guess the thing is, sometimes I find it when I'm hasty to put that adapter on to make the connection, is sometimes I'm fumbling around with it. But if I take my time and understand what I'm doing, then it's fine. And so now, as you can see, the weed eater is literally free hanging on my harness. So all the weight is here on my shoulders, and it's nice and padded, so I can wear this for a few hours and it not bother me. And literally I'm just using the handles here as just a swivel back and forth. And again, so since I have this, I can literally adjust it however I want to give me more leverage or what, but it looks like probably right just straight is where I want it. Maybe try it there. I think that's going to bunch into my legs. So yeah, literally, if I just have it straight like I had originally planned, looks like that'll be good. So again, now I'm just using my hands just to make it sway left and right. And again, if I pivot my hips just a little bit, I can get a really wide range of the coverage. And anyway, so this is a repair job. So I got my new brackets on, my new handle, and I'm ready to do some hours worth of weed eating. So anyway, I'm good to go there. Again, I'll show you disconnect. Pop, I'm off. And that's all there is to that. So again, I've got plenty of these because this came as a 10-pack. I'll put the link down below where I got those off of Amazon. But if you like this video, please Please like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for upcoming notifications for future videos, and until next time.